Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Briefing on Aspect TV. I am Dio Lujo, and
good morning, I am Double Gifts. Welcome to the morning newspaper briefing.
How's your night?
It was fine, Dio. How was yours?
Fine, splendid. Well, let me begin with the top happenings making headlines on the front pages of Nigeria's major dailies. The Punch, the zoning committee of the opposition People's Democratic Party, contrary to the expectation of its southern members, has recommended an open race for the party's 2023 presidential ticket. Guardian, despite the resolution on the Southern Governors Forum last year, known as Asaba Declaration, that the region should produce Nigeria's next president, and repeated calls by leaders of thought in the southeast making a case for the region, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Committee on Zoning yesterday recommended that the contest for the party's presidential ticket be thrown open to aspirants from any part of the country. The Nation. There are indications that, still the same thing, that the People's Democratic Party's 37-man panel on zoning has opted to throw the presidential ticket for 2023 race of that has the major headlines for today. Daily Trust, senior citizens, including religious leaders and retired military chiefs, have decried the worsening insecurity in the country, urging President Muhammad Buhari to take decisive actions to stem the tide. Daily Independent, Ifeanyi Okowa of the other state has said that Nigeria is exceedingly troubled, such that the likes of former President Olusegun Obasanjo of the former president of Nigeria and other stakeholders, including traditional rulers, needed to be consulted in finding solutions to the troubles of economy and insecurity. Right now, we're going to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get to discuss this largely. Welcome back, everyone, from that short break. So, Gift, what did you find interesting in the headlines?
I think first off, it was Tinubu's visit to the Kaduna State Governor. It was like a condolence visit concerning the train attack that happened last Monday evening. So, interestingly, the elder statesman and then presidential aspirant has donated 50 million naira to victims and their family for concerning the attack on the train, which I think is a commendable one. In as much as money cannot bring back the dead, we learned that 9 persons lost their lives, but it will salvage the injury that has been caused by this incident. And he also said that the insecurity in Kaduna State is worsening, and then as it is, it has claimed a lot of lives, thousands of lives. Hence, he says it must stop and something should be done about it now. And I think he's right. Something should really be done about it. In fact, something should have been done a while ago.
Everyone has been saying something needs to be done. Something has to be done. The government needs to take decision.
Who is going to do, as in who is going to take the whole cross or burden of taking the action? And then in recent times, the governor of Kaduna State had said that they would import mercenary from abroad to fight this. So I don't know if that is a solution, if that is a possible solution. Why has it not been done? I mean, something actually needs to be done, and it needs to be done now to stop any further attacks or killings in Kaduna State. I mean, it has gone way out of hand.
It has gone way out of hand, and tomorrow, the minister Lai Mohammed can come tomorrow and say there's nothing really happening in the security of Nigeria, that the soldiers are trying, because it's always coming out to say that it is not as it is. It is not as they say it is.
I think the people know this. It's mostly not even about what we hear on the media or what the media decides to tell us. The people who are experiencing this know what is happening. So we don't need somebody like Lai Mohammed to actually come and tell us that people are not being killed or people are being killed. People who feel these things and have seen it know it. So I think Lai Mohammed coming out tomorrow to come and say people have not been killed or there's no insecurity.
The soldiers are really trying. And
the soldiers are trying.
I mean, some of them,
they're doing their best.
Some got killed. Is it 12 soldiers got killed recently?
In the same Kaduna State.
So they're really trying, laying down their lives for
the safety of people.
The country. Well, there's one I saw, Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, that said that Nigeria, that's from Daily Independent, Nigeria is exceedingly troubled, such that the likes of former President Olusegun Obasanjo and other stakeholders, including traditional rulers, needed to be consulted in finding solutions to troubles
still on insecurity
and economy. What is actually trying to say that we've gotten to this trouble to the extent that we have to go and meet them to consult them, to give us wisdom on how to go about it in our economy and
the insecurity situation in the country.
And I wouldn't believe that we don't know what to do. I really don't believe that the federal government don't know what to do. I really don't want to believe that
they can't be completely clueless. It's possible that they don't know the actual routes to take. There are definitely options, varieties of things to do to tackle this whole insecurity issue. So I think they'd rather say they are confused on what step to take, not that they are completely clueless on what to do to tackle the whole insecurity challenge. So I think, consulting the elder statesmen, it's not a bad idea. They could give them wisdom that they might have not known before, and then it could just help us in tackling the situation and bringing it to an end.
I mean, we've always been consulting stakeholders. We've always been consulting other statesmen, and it seems that it's always, it's always going this way.
Well, I really hope this ends soon. It comes to an end, because more people are going to die if this doesn't stop. So I think something should actually be done, and done now, just as Tinubu said.
Well, Nigeria's major opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, has reportedly thrown its presidential ticket for the 2023 election open. Well, we understand that there have been anxieties over the party will zone its 2023 presidential ticket to ahead of the 2023 general elections. 13 candidates in total have purchased the party's presidential interest form. A 37-member committee of the PDP on zoning arrangements had been charged to conclude on the party's zoning arrangements as the election draws near. However, yesterday, the 37-member committee met for over 3 hours, after which they said recommendation has been sent to the National Executive Committee of the party. Well, a source actually spoke with Daily Trust and confirmed that committee affirmed that even though zoning is part of the party's constitution, it decides to throw open the presidential contest due to exigency of the time and the fact that they are in the opposition. So
sometimes this zoning thing can be tricky. It's possible that the zone that they had intended to give the ticket to this time around has not produced maybe a credible contestant or something. And then they are like the biggest competition among the political parties. The APC and the PDP are like the major parties in Nigeria, and so that places them in the position of the major opposition party.
And they have to be careful.
Exactly. So I think the PDP is just trying to play their cards right by not zoning the whole ticket thing, so that maybe to bring out a credible contestant for the presidential race. So let's see how that plays out, because we don't know who it is going to be just yet. So since there's no zoning, I think we're going to have to wait to see who emerges as the PDP major contestant for the presidential seat.
A bill seeking to ban cross-dressing in Nigeria has been introduced in the lower chamber of the National Assembly, and we understand that cross-dressing has become more common in the country following the fame of popular Instagram entertainer Bob Risky. Bob Risky is born, he was born a male, and his birth name is Okuneye Idris Olariwaju, but has chosen to dress like the opposite gender, and he has used this to make a lot of money. He's popularly known for his presence on the social media apps Snapchat and Instagram. However, a member of House of Representatives Umaru Muda has presented before the chamber a bill seeking to stop the likes of Bobrisky, James Brown, his copycats. Well, we understand that the bill passed its first reading on the floor in the House yesterday. This is going to be very, very dangerous for them.
Well, it's an interesting one, and then it makes me wonder if cross-dressing was at some point allowed in Nigeria. I think it has always been a crime, but I don't know how serious it has
It has always been a crime, but we shut our eyes against it. Like it doesn't concern.
And
what should happen.
For someone like Bobrisky, I think it's safe to say Bobrisky is transgender, because he has now, should I say, enhanced his body parts to look like a woman. He has done series of surgeries on his body to make him look like a woman. And then I don't know. I think Nigeria is a very religious country, and then this cross-dressing issue is not normal. Like religion-wise, I don't know about Islam, but I know in Christianity, how God created you, that was God's original plan for you. You don't get to change. If you are a woman, you don't get to change on your own. Like, I want to be a man, or the other way around. So I think religion-wise, it is not right. And then if this is what the country has decided, the House of Reps now, I mean, we put them there for a reason, to take decisions on our behalf. We can't all decide on what goes in the country. So if our representatives feel this is the right track to go, then let's go by it. Fine. So I think this would discourage many more cross-dressers who are there, because I feel like there's a lot of them. We probably don't just know them. These are the most popular faces we know: James Brown, Bobrisky, Derele, and a few others who have come to the limelight on social media. So this whole arrest is going to be like a scare to a lot of them.
And some of them feel that when I was dressing normally, no one really knew me.
Yes,
so
that's what Bobrisky.
That's the thing about.
That's what Bobrisky keeps saying. He says when he was still in the university, when he was still a man, he wasn't getting money,
and he was in the university, and
yes, he was just a struggling man and all of that. But once he started imitating women, well,
there's something about being normal and being accepted, and being normal. Okay, acceptance and being normal and abnormal in Nigeria. Yeah. When you're normal, people just feel that, oh well, it's everyone is actually normal, but immediately. So you become abnormal. I think Nigerians and you'd find it more interesting.
Yes.
Now look at the music world. Let's take it now to the entertainment. Okay, fine, we're still talking about the entertainment industry.
Yes, exactly.
Now let's take it to the music industry. You don't get to see people follow artists that just come out and begin to sing, oh well, oh oh yes, love you, and
Well,
but when you begin to, you begin to see people follow music that shake your bum bum,
and all of that.
boobs and all
I mean,
that.
look
You
at
get to see people follow that.
I
So
always use
abnormality is more
Portable.
acceptable.
I always use Portable. I'm sure you know Portable is a new act in the music scene. I always use him as an example. Left to me, that guy has, I don't know, I don't understand his style of music, but he has had a lot of controversies in just the short period of time that he has come to
And
the
he has
limelight.
followers.
Exactly, and
Fans.
then Nigerians see that as interesting, and so they just want to see everything that comes from this guy and all of that. So I actually agree with you when you say abnormal is like the new cool in Nigeria. But then this law now contradicts all of this, because then it now stops this whole thing from happening. But let's see how it goes, if how far the bill is going to go, if it will become a law in the long run, and how much they are going to adhere to it.
Well, I think even stopping this banning cross-dressing, it's not the only thing they should do. They should, because moral values have been reduced. Teaching morals in schools, in the house.
Yeah, but
and all, it has
this
been
will help
reduced.
though. This will help if, because they
No,
have been
that is
arrested.
like, no, I feel you're actually cutting the tree from the top.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the way
so
I
they
feel.
start from somewhere.
Yes, they should start from somewhere. It's not just saying
Yeah,
that,
that makes
I
a lot of
want to ban
sense.
cross-dressing. We'll still have a lot of people, we'll still have a lot of sexualists around. Man, how will you be able to tackle all of those? So it's not just about
True.
banning cross-dressing. I mean, today I can just decide, because I study theatre arts, and when I was in school, whenever I want to go and do our publicity, whenever I want to go and sell our ticket, we can dress anyhow. We can dress like mad people. The guys can just put on bra. The guy can just put on trousers and put on pants. The girls can just put on pants and all like that. So it's not just about cutting it's not even cutting the tree, man. You're not even cutting the branch. You're cutting the leaves, and it will still grow back again. I think we need to infuse back our morals from the grassroots, because that's what we are
So right when children are
like,
very little,
yes,
they should
everything.
be trained on
everything.
avoiding some of these things.
Even in the school, I wonder if there's something I saw on social media. You know, when as we're growing up, when you watch Disney, it's always talking about family, loving righteously. They don't really give us cartoons that has to do with how would I put it, something that is against moral values. They even help in moral values. They teach us, but now, do you notice that things have changed?
Because we are copying the Western world. Most of these things come from there.
It's not
cartoons and all of that.
It's everywhere now.
And yeah, exactly.
It's everywhere.
We are copying from them, and this cross-dressing, transgender, all of that. It comes, I don't know, I don't know where it originated from, but then it is accepted there. It's a normal way of life.
And they know their normal way of life. They also fought against it, but
yeah, but
the higher power.
It has come to stay here.
It has never been a normal thing.
Yeah, but as it is now, it is now a normal way of life, because they are accepted in the Western society. So I don't know. I think we are copying the Western world, and then we don't know that we are an entirely different continent. What works for them might not actually.
It's actually working for the cross-dressing people.
Well,
because they're making money out of it. It was not right.
But
It's not right.
they are making money out of it does not mean it is right.
What is not right? It is not. It's not right. They are making money out of it. They are helping people out of it. But what is not right? It's not right. If the war against in Nigeria is just there. So even if we want to begin to cut things, we need to start from the grassroots. Because when you say it now, every one of them will begin to come out now and speak on. Does anybody know me when I was begging? Does anybody know me when I was down? Does anybody know me when I was depressed? Does anybody know me when I didn't have money? Now I have money and I'm using what I have to get what I want. And now you people are saying that this is what I want. they will begin to fire back at them. That's what of you all that have corruptions inside.
Well,
you.
if it becomes a law, people's back and forth is not going to stop anything from happening. If it becomes a law that these people should be arrested and put in jail, then it is going to happen. Whether they begin to bring up corruption, whatever, against the government, it doesn't stop the law from being the law. So, I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this plays out. Like I said, it's still a bill, and then it is yet to become a law. So let's see if it pushes up until it becomes a law in the country.
Well, my point here is not that they shouldn't, ban it, but there are other things that we can actually look into, the real thing. One thing about Nigeria is that we don't really dig into the real thing. We just cut the problem from the top, from the roof. We don't go down to the foundation, and that's why we keep having problems upon problems. So it's not just about banning cross-dressing. I'm not in support, but sometimes I have to be diplomatic. I'm not in support of cross-dressing. Really not in support. It's against myself, it's against my religion, it's against me as a person and all. But when we are talking about putting something into law, let us know if this is how this is really going to, is it going to bring the change we're actually looking for?
Okay.
Is it going to bring the change that we're actually looking for?
So you're talking about priorities now.
Yes.
Like, let's prioritize what is going to be of benefit to us over some of these irrelevant issues, which is actually true.
Well, thank you everyone for staying with us on Morning Briefing Asterix TV. I am Dayo Olujuwe.
I'm Gift Dabur. Thanks for watching.
Bye.